One of the most astounding things that has happened recently is the explosive growth of a petition that could. We're barely into Keir Starmer's term as Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister has already had a television freak out over it. We'll talk about this topic in today's video while also going over some of the most recent news from all over the country, but first hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and join our rapidly expanding community. It's also one of the fastest growing this country has ever seen, which is a clear indication of the enormous backlash already mounting against this Labour government. Just a brief note to let you know that we have brand new Stuck Farmer t-shirts in stock. You can get them right now at British.com or by clicking the link in the description. This isn't just a domestic issue anymore. The petition is already attracting international attention, even drawing remarks from high-profile figures like Elon Musk. But before we dive into the explosive implications of this, let's take a moment to look at what Labour has been up to since taking power, because it's not hard to see why so many people are outraged time and again. It seems that the needs of our own citizens are being sidelined. Pensioners are being squeezed harder than ever. Our farmers, many of whom have already struggled through years of uncertainty, are facing more obstacles, and yet billions of pounds are being poured into asylum accommodation and support costs. This includes the ever-growing issue of small boat crossings, with huge sums spent annually to manage the crisis, and if that weren't enough, the government is allocating £310 million to the World Health Organization, and pledging an additional £70 million to support foreign farmers. These decisions are not sitting well with a population already grappling with cost of living pressures, stagnant wages and rising taxes. Against this backdrop, the petition calling for a general election has taken off like wildfire. It's not only attracting attention and shattering records, the sheer volume of support is transforming what some might dismiss as an internet outrage into a meaningful political message, with hundreds of thousands of signatures being added every hour and some estimates that it could reach 5 million in the coming days. While some contend that online petitions rarely result in real change, political analysts are starting to pay attention as well. UK Deputy Leader Richard Tye is urging people to make this the largest petition in UK history. If this momentum continues, there is a growing sense that it could become a defining moment, a clear signal of just how unpopular Starmer's government is becoming in such a short period of time after reaching 2 million. When asked about it, Keir Starmer told ITV News that he had a say in the matter. However, are you feeling pressured now that I believe a petition has been dropped? There are already just over 2 million people who want to vote in the election. Do you feel the pressure? I remind myself that very many people didn't vote Labour at the last election. I'm not surprised that many of them rerun. That isn't how our system works. There will be plenty of people who didn't want us in the first place. So look, what I focus on is the decisions that I have to make every day. If I sit like opposition, you want us, the public, to trust you, to like you, to think he's the man for the job, he's doing what he needs to do. Your approval rating is lower than Nigel Farage's right now, which even saying it to the Prime Minister of the country I live in, that I pay tax in, to say your approval is lower than Nigel Farage's. That's disappointing. Whoever I support. The thing is, if you make your mind up, as I have done, that we're going to do the difficult things first, then I think it's inevitable that people feel their difficult decision. He will start to get worried when the local elections come around and Labour MPs begin turning on him. What are your thoughts on the petition surpassing 2 million signatures, and what are your thoughts on Keir Starmer's response? Let me know in the comments. In other news, police will have to document non-crime hate events under new guidelines from the Home Office, but only if there is a clear risk that they could escalate and threaten community cohesion. This change is a result of a common-sense strategy meant to allay worries that low-level or inconsequential matters are taking up police resources. Despite strictening the rules last year to focus on incidents where there is obvious hostility and a tangible risk of harm, over 13,000 entries were logged last year alone, covering a wide range of cases from schoolyard arguments to disputes involving doctors and vicars to even handshakes over gender identity. Among the more dubious entries were a doctor recorded for allegedly misdiagnosing a patient and a vicar noted for declaring that being gay is a sin. Entries were introduced following the racist murder of Stephen Lawrence with the intention of tracking incidents that might escalate into more serious crimes. Confusion and inconsistency are widespread in Wales and England. 43 law enforcement agencies. However, she has also voiced concern that current guidelines are not capturing enough instances of antisemitism and Islamophobia. According to the Community Security Trust and Tell Mama, two organizations that monitor hate crimes against these communities, the true scale of abuse is vastly underreported. As a result, the Home Secretary is now attempting to strike a balance. Home Secretary IETC has acknowledged the value of ENCI as a tool to track rising hate incidents, particularly those targeting Jewish and Muslim communities. Preventing the recording of trivial or insignificant occurrences while identifying incidents that actually endanger public safety. An analysis of the Policy Exchange report. Think tank highlights. According to the strain on police resources, officers investigate these occurrences for over 60,000 hours a year, which could be used to address more serious offenses. The think tank also highlights notable differences across police departments, such as 3 times the rate of the Metropolitan Police and far higher than that of other areas like Greater Manchester and West Yorkshire. Essex Police recorded 21.5 ENCI per 100 officers. In response, Policy Exchange has demanded that ENCI recording a home office be completely eliminated. The source underlined that police should report occurrences with common sense and that NCIS are most useful when they assist authorities in spotting emerging trends and averting escalation. Former Metropolitan Police Commissioner Lord Hogan has also supported proposals for increased control, pointing out that various forces experience variable results because to the subjective nature of ENCI. In order to inform their future policy choices, he advised ministers to thoroughly examine the Policy Exchange report. Finally, in an effort to improve career chances for ex-offenders, the government is announcing plans to address labor shortages by providing job training and assistance to tens of thousands of prison boozers. The Get Britain Working White Paper's initiative section focus on industries like construction and hospitality, adjusting training to fill local labor shortages. At the moment, less than 1/3 of inmates find employment within 6 months of their release. Research indicates that employment significantly lowers reoffending rates. Ex-offenders with jobs have a reoffending rate of only 16%, compared to 35% for those without jobs. The new approach includes employment advisory boards, prison-specific job hubs, and partnerships with business leaders to assist ex-offenders in obtaining employment. By 2029, the government wants to assist 140,000 people. Stressing that helping prisoners find employment is essential to lowering crime and boosting the economy, please share your thoughts in the space provided below. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more British political content. Thank you and